from the frat house, and I want to talk to you guys about One Book December. I'm a couple days late in getting this posted. Is that a surprise to anyone? No, least of all me. I am starting to feel better. Everybody in the house has been sick, including Mike on a road trip, the poor guy. So Liam is right here. And he feels crummy. So I just told him, I'm gonna get one video done, and he said, no, mommy, 2. So maybe he'll let me do 2, who knows? So I wanna talk One Book December with you guys. If any of you have ever done or heard of One Book July, Romany at Romany's Realm and Miss Vicky B and myself host One Book July, and that is, very briefly, you kind of strip down your planning system back to basics, kind of start everything over in one book, okay? I didn't turn the sound off on the phone, sorry. Don't let the name One Book December lure you into thinking it's the same thing, okay? It's, at least to me, it's not. One Book July is, there he goes, One Book July is really good personally for me. I can only speak for myself. It's good for me because it's the end of the school year. Last year and this year, I have boys graduating from high school. So May and June, very chaotic, end of the year, sometimes graduation, all the other graduation parties from family and friends. July is when things really kind of settle down and we are all adjusted to it being summer break. That's a very good time for me planner-wise to kind of clean house, okay? So if I do that right now, everything will fall apart. We are almost done with the holiday concert chaos, about another 2 weeks of that. Just the holidays, boys having finals, first semester school wrapping up, which doesn't seem possible. The school year is almost half over already, oh my gosh. My own stuff, just that big research project that I'm very thankful that I get to be doing. It's just taking up a lot of time and space in the planner. So, and then everybody got sick. So if I do One Book July at its essence in December, everything is going to fall apart. So please don't take it as One Book December has to be One Book July. One Book December is basically, if you've ever seen or taken part of or heard about Romany's Christmas Chronicles, it's basically just that. Romany has a full set of planning prompts and journaling prompts. I will not be doing all of that in one book. My system is working for me, like I said in my Periscope rebroadcast. I think it was in my Periscope rebroadcast. Oh goodness, somebody has to go potty. We'll be right back. Okay, potty break achieved. Okay, I think I was saying that I will not be doing One Book December all in one book. It's the One Book July page on Facebook is already established. It's a good place to introduce One Book December. I will put the link for that down below. So as I think I was saying, Romany has a set of planning prompts and journaling prompts. I did Christmas Chronicles with her last year. And I'm not kidding you guys, last year was the first holiday season and I cannot remember how long that I did not feel at least once that I was going to completely lose my mind before the holidays were over. The holidays stress me out in some ways. I'm an introvert. I am a big introvert. It's not like I can't function socially. I enjoy, people. I love talking to people. I love hearing people's stories. I struggle with all of the going on top of all of our normal going. It's just a lot, as I'm sure you can imagine. So the way she has the planning prompts laid out, they just worked perfectly. I had no problem last year it's seamlessly integrating them into what I was already doing because it's stuff I would normally have to do anyway. Make a budget for presents, figure out what you're getting everybody for presents, making sure that your calendar is in order so that you know when everybody's holiday pageants and Christmas concerts and the office Christmas party and the family Christmas gatherings, and, you know, so that you know when all of that is. It's stuff that just totally makes sense. And it's stuff that I like making sure I know when stuff happens. Well, I do that when I set up, you know, December in my planner. I've been putting all that together, you know, as family makes plans and whatnot throughout like November. So it's a very natural progression of steps of stuff to do, stuff that you have to do to achieve surviving your holidays, basically. Okay. So those I have put into my planner. Oh, I should have gotten a drink of water after we took the potty break. I've put those right into my planner. I'll show you guys where. They are on my weekly DIY fish spread, where I normally put like photo challenges and things like that, but I'll show it to you real quick. The journaling prompts, what I liked about that last year is I am not a huge journaler. So I'll warn you guys right now, if you want to see like epically pretty, artistic, oh, I can't even, Romany's and Vicky's journaling pages make me drool, okay? So, and I can do a little bit here and there, you know, I like to decorate here and there in my planner. I'm more of a writer and photographs, and, you know, I'll, like in my Hobonichi where I keep just like a real quick, you know, daily log. If, you know, Mike and I have a really funny text exchange, I'll take a screenshot of it and print it and cut it out and slap it on the page of my Hobonichi. That's the stuff I like to go back and look at. Toward the end of the holidays, like after Christmas Day and whatnot, I'll print out pictures from, you know, all the family events, both here and like extended family, and I'll print those out and I will put them in my One Book December journal. That's what I did last year. But it's mostly photographs and little things I found online that I think are pretty, or that made me laugh, or that made me feel inspired or motivated, and then just the writing. And that I don't like to do in my planner. It's almost like when I'm in my planner, I'm in one mindset, and when I'm writing, I'm in a different mindset, if that makes any sense. And my brain does not like those two things to be together. Now I can get away with it in One Book July, first of all, because One Book July I have always done in a traveler style notebook. So I just use a separate insert, a separate booklet for my journaling than I do for my planning, and that's fine. But One Book December, I'm definitely going to be doing, you know, the journal portion separate from my planning portion. I'm afraid if I put my planning portion in with my journal portion that those things will not get done, frankly. I need to be in that planner mindset to do the things like, you know, make sure I have the budget, make time to start looking online for particular gifts for particular people. If there are things I can't get online or that I would rather get locally, I need to make time to go get those things. So, you know, if we're doing a family event, I need to know, you know, like a potluck, what am I taking? What dishes am I taking? What desserts am I taking? I need to leave extra time for the grocery trip that week or the week before, depending on what I'm getting and when. And I need to leave extra time when making that list to double check that I have that extra food that's not normally on the grocery list. All of those things, to me at least, that are on the planner prompting portion of it, I need to make time to do those things, and therefore they go in my planner, because that is where I will be looking to see where I can make time to do those things. And so I just plain don't forget. So, as I said, doing those prompts last year alleviated so much unnecessary stress at the holiday. I cannot even tell you guys. So let's say you're not a journaler at all. If you are just not one to sit down and write, or you are not one to, you know, if you're not a scrapbook type of journaler, if you're not a writing kind of journaler, don't do the journaling prompts. If it's not something that kind of calls to you, don't force yourself to do them. It's already the holidays, you guys. It's already a lot going on. Kind of like One Book July is supposed to help you start with a clean slate and clear the decks and kind of start from scratch and no fuss and basics. Okay, that's what One Book July does. To me, One Book December alleviates the stress. So it helps me clear the decks in other ways, because otherwise I won't get any of my own work done for the entire month. I will be scrambling around, making extra trips to the grocery store and extra phone calls because I didn't write something down, or I forgot to ask somebody a question while I happen to have them on the phone. I have to call them back and play phone tag. And the planning prompts helped me avoid all of that last year. And I seriously felt like I was able to look back at the end, you know, like New Year's Day, and it was like, oh, that was so much easier. And I need that, you guys. I'm sure if the holidays stress you out, you might feel the same way. The journaling prompts were good for me because they also helped me to just kind of go, ah. It helped remind me to take time, because it is busier right now just because of especially the extra concerts and whatnot, the end of the semester stuff for the kids. It's a lot more than normal right now. The schedules are a lot more than normal right now. So having the journal prompts there to remind me to take, even if it's 5 minutes, and take a step back from the day and just pull a prompt out of the jar. You can do the prompts however you want. Romany has them set up so you can cut them out in their little pieces of paper, and I just put them in a jar and I just pick one and I think on it and I write for 5 or 10 minutes. And then that's it. Sometimes it really sparks something in me and I'll write and write and write and write, you know, and it feels good. Last year it helped me to remember so many things from when I was a kid, and from, you know, family that's unfortunately no longer with us, and really good, warm, fantastic memories. So huge props to Romany for having such an awesome brain and coming up with all this. Please, if you are hesitating to participate because you are not a big journaler, or because you are not going to disrupt your whole planner system in December during the holidays, or, you know, any of those things, if part of it is not calling to you, don't do it. Try following just the planning prompts if you want for the month and just see if they help. And I only say that because I'm still a little bit gobsmacked at how much they helped me last year. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to show you, you know what, I'm not even going to flip the camera around, you guys, because Liam's being really quiet and he's sitting in the next room over. He did leave the iPad playing over here, so I'm going to pause it because I can hear it and it's distracting me. Okay, sorry about that. You got a nice view of the car seat and the elf hat back there. The car seat that I'm relocating because I have been doing some cleaning in the basement, getting out the holiday stuff. So here's what I did. The planning prompts, I put, and like I said, I'll put the link to the Facebook group down below. If you want to just go look lickety split and you don't want to deal with going to the description box, if you just go to Facebook and search One Book July, there's a page for it, and all the One Book December stuff is there, okay? So here's what I've done. The prompts are broken up into weeks. And I have just put on my DIY fish pages, and I can't tell which one it is because I'm facing the wrong way, right here in this column, One Book December, okay? And I have just listed them out. There's one to do each day. So the first was your calendar and your scheduled events, like I was talking about. Have you, gone through and made sure that you know what day, what time, what you need to bring, all that good stuff. The second was, lists of cards you need to send, list of calls you need to make, and your presents lists. My presents lists, that was for the second, so that was Wednesday this week. My presents lists are not done yet just because I'm waiting on a couple of the boys to send me some links for stuff online. So, but I have made a note of that. I know that I know what they want. I'm waiting to hear back. In GTD speak, that would be on my waiting for list. And they know it too. Your budget and window shopping or online orders, your decorations audit, go through your decorations. This is one that would kill me, and I'm so glad this is on here. Go through your decorations. Do you need to replace anything? Is there anything, like last year I had a few things that I've had since I was a kid and that needed some repairs made. They were like actually hand sewn, ornaments. They needed some repairs. They needed to not be put up on the tree until I fixed them. So I put that on my list for the upcoming week to sit down, re-hand stitch stuff because stuffing was falling out. Yeah, so that was a good one. So there's a whole list. There's a whole bunch of them to get you right through, I believe, to New Year's, if I'm remembering correctly. Those are going in my planner, and that's it. And I look at this every day because there's my schedule for the week. Photo challenge, the Plan With Me challenge. Oh, I should have gotten that drink of water. My One Book December list, and then my project tasks for the week. Okay, that part is going in my planner. End of discussion. If you decide to do that too, you are not breaking any rules. This is not about creating stress. This is not about revamping your whole planner, okay? This is about surviving the holidays. At least that's how I look at it. What I'm going to use for my journaling portion, I tend to go pretty basic, okay? So like I said, if you like to see super artistic, go watch Romany and Vicky, and I'm sure many other people who are going to be posting One Book December videos, because the journaling, I just write a whole lot. What I'm going to use, I actually got onto Etsy. I do have some more pages printed from this particular Etsy shop, but I need to go get more printer ink before I can print them properly. But I did find these This is the Frosty Set from Digital Magpie on Etsy. Check them out. I really like vintage, you know, shabby chic, that kind of thing. I thought these were awesome, and I thought how cool, because they will carry me right through New Year's. Last year I had a ton of red and green, and I kind of burned myself out on the red and green. I think I enjoyed it at the time. I love looking back at it. I love looking back at the photos and everything, but I kind of went kind of blue and silver and gold this year, I'm thinking. Part of what inspired that was what I'm going to use for my journaling pages. I'm going to be doing the journaling in probably my black personal size Mr. Darcy from Chic Sparrow. See, all you guys panicking about me going into rings just for planning, I'm still using my traveler's notebooks. If y'all think I only use one book all the time, oh no. This is just planning, guys. This is just planning projects, notes for projects. That's all that is, okay? And I love it, but that's all it is. Journaling, writing, longhand, hi baby, all that stuff is still in Mr. Darcy. There's just a lot of stuff in there I can't show you right now. So these pages, which are so cool, and I hope that the bright light isn't gonna wash us out. See that? These are from Marsha Bramucci on Etsy. I didn't look to see if she's posted these in her Etsy shop, but I know she posted them on her Facebook page. Okay, so Liam has a dime that he's bouncing on the dining room table. So these are from Marsha Bramucci. They were a free download. This one has like a little house in the background. They are, oh, this to me is the perfect ruling as far as the horizontal lines. I don't like a really wide rule. I don't like it to be super narrow. My Lammy writes on this beautifully. It's just wide enough, but if it's too scrunched, my Lammy looks kind of messy on there just because of my handwriting. So if you are interested in these, they are from Marsha Bramucci. If you go to Facebook, I'll link to her page down below. I don't think it's a private page, so I will link to it. It's a free download from her, and I just printed out the personal size, lickety split, and I thought those and those went very well together, so I really liked that. And then quick pit stop at Michael's the other day for craft stuff for the kids, holiday stuff for school, and I found these. This is kind of, it is, I want to say it's almost like taupe. In some light it looks kind of gray to me, in other light it kind of looks like it's almost the same color as my sweater, but honestly, depending on the light I'm standing in, I couldn't tell you what color my sweater is either. Sometimes it looks tan, sometimes it looks a little bit gray, but it's got snowflakes all over it, very delicate looking. I love this. Again, I had grabbed red and green. I had grabbed red and black because I'm using my black Mr. Darcy. I did all that last year. I wanted to try doing something different for the journal portion this year. And then this really super pale blue one is, it's like, it's knit. It's, it reminds me of like a row of stockinette stitch. If any of you are knitters or know knitting, that's what it looks like. And man, if any of y'all know anything about me, you know that I prefer the cold weather to the hot by a long shot. So sweater weather. So I had to grab that. That grabbed me right away. And I love to knit. I never have enough time to knit, but I love to knit. So that one is perfect as well. I thought, oh, look at that. Those guys all go together so well. And I will put in, you know, little funny comments that the kids have said, you know, things that happened at family gatherings, photographs. I'll make a little note, like if I have video that I took at a family gathering or at a concert, like Jack's holiday concert was last night. It was his first concert. Oh, that's always so cute. You know, I'll make a note in my journal that I have a video saved in Dropbox for that. So I think that is pretty much it, you guys. Like I said, I'm just not, I'm a writer journaler, you know? So as I work my way through, I will show it to you guys. I will check in with you and let you know how the planning is going. Show us how your stuff is going. It works just like One Book July. If you use hashtag One Book December on anything you're posting, wherever you're posting, we will do our best to find it. Share it at the One Book July page on Facebook. Share all your One Book December stuff there as well. And what else was I going to tell you? It completely flew out of my brain. Big surprise. So, yeah, I think that's it. I will show you. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you. If you watch Vicky's One Book December video, she was talking about how, you know, she might not do all of her journaling for December in December. She may, you know, take those photographs or those little things that happened, make note of them somewhere, tuck them away somewhere, whatever the case may be, and she may go back and revisit it later on and continue working on it. So don't, if you're going to do the journaling portion, don't freak out, you know, if you get behind. This is supposed to be about keeping the holidays more fun by being more organized. Okay, at least that's how it works for me. Okay, your mileage may vary. And then also go watch Romany's introductory One Book December video. She did a journal chat live on Ustream. If you guys have never watched any of Romany's stuff on Ustream, I love to watch her process. I get such a kick out of it. So it's under, if you want to see a ton of them, if you go to YouTube and search hashtag journal chat live, but it's one of her recent videos on YouTube as well. She shows you what she's intending to use. She gives a ton of ideas of stuff that you guys can use. She's talking about, you know, like Christmas cards from last year, things like that, you know, ones that maybe had covers that really caught her eye. Those I used last year, so, and there's a ton of personal stuff in that insert, so I'm gonna go through it and kind of see if there's anything I can show you guys. Like I said, again, it's a lot of writing. So if you're looking for really good ideas, go watch Romany and Vicky's videos. They can show you all kinds of cool stuff about how they're set up, great ideas. Like I said, I'm going to keep it very simple because I am more about the writing, okay? If you guys have questions, give me a holler and let me know. Use your hashtag OneBookDecember everywhere, and go check out One Book July on Facebook, and I will put the link down there, okay? Thank you so much, guys. You have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.